I wanted to provide an update review for the Flothane Quay Free Killers. If you recall, this is one of my least favorite wheels I've ever reviewed, and I have skated them a lot more since then. I say a lot more. I really just spent one weekend at Old Man Jones, which is a classic free ride spot in Tennessee. Notorious for having really sharp pavement. It's very smooth, but it'll cut you up and it'll really chop your wheels up. So you can see I've really put in the work on these, got a lot of Thane laid down on the road. When these Thane, they leave bright, thick pink lines. So it was very cool having a distinct Thane line signature. And they were actually sliding nice and smooth for me. Now, were they my favorite wheels of the weekend? No, they still were a little strangely grabby at times, but also I might be able to just attribute that to them getting smaller and lippier as I wore them down. But it felt important for me to say that I did manage to have a fun session on these wheels, that I managed to get some nice smooth slides on these wheels, and that they laid down some big Thane lines. You know, I always want to be fair in all the reviews that I make, and if my opinion changes between reviews, I will always update it. My opinion of these wheels largely has not changed. I think Old Man Jones as a spot is pretty notorious for making bad wheels feel good and any wheel leave urethane. I mean, hell, I was getting big Thane lines on my 80mm Plum Defcon Alphas. So the spot is pretty unique, but hey, at least there's one place in the world where these wheels can feel decently good. I'll also note that Tiago Lesa sent me the Quay Nano bearings. These are not the ones with the really thick outer race that you might be familiar with. This is the cheaper of the two versions, and this is a pretty high quality bearing. The reason he sent me them is because we were speculating that the bearings I was using were pretty poorly toleranced, that they might not be reducing as much slop as they need to for me to have nice smooth slides. I tried these and I was not very impressed. I mean, the bearings themselves are good, but they didn't correct all the chatter issues that I was getting with this wheel. So if you're interested in a review of these bearings, let me know. I'm not exactly keen on making bearing reviews, mostly because they seem really arbitrary and hard to test versus one another. Just so many variables. But I can give you a little summary of these sometime if you guys would like. But thank you so much for watching. If you have not yet seen my Quay Free Killers review, it's worth a watch. I know it's a review of a product that I end up not liking. But hey, if we're gonna be fair in this world, if I'm gonna have this review channel, I'm not gonna skate only things that I like, and I'm not only gonna tell you about products that I like. So these worked one time, and hey, that's all right. I appreciate you all so much, and I have you a wonderful day.